What's up, y'all? It's the Shaman of Shank back at you with another one. And I got a cool one for you today. What do you know? But I was on the fence. I was really on the fence if I was going to review this knife because I technically have reviewed this knife before. But this is a variant of that very knife and it's an option on the website. And I just wanted to break it out here and show it to you just in case there may be somebody out there that's like, what is that? Or maybe, what is the difference there? So without further ado, the knife I'm talking about is the CQC8 in all of its glory. But as you notice, it's rocking that green OD G10. And that is straight from Emerson. That is not anything from Tom Ingleson, who I rave about on here, or anybody else. This actually came from Emerson like this. The only thing that's on this knife right now that didn't come from Emerson is, of course, the screw for you. I put some gold ones on there just to kind of make that green pop. That would usually come with black screws, of course, when the black pivot and black pivot screw, black thumb disc, and everything else regular. Just this beautiful coarse G10. And I also found it fitting that we are in the month of October, the filming of this video, and in October of 2013, Emerson dropped the Jungle CQC8. And I'm really surprised that Emerson hasn't kept that going, because this indeed, it really kind of is a modernized Jungle CQC8. And the only thing a Jungle CQC8 was and is of course the OD green G10 added on there. So I really am kind of surprised that they don't kind of separate that, like, oh, we're doing a special run of the Jungle, CQC8. But no, if you go to the Emerson website and click on the CQC8, you'll see, black G10, and you'll also see the OD green G10, which you can choose. That is currently out of stock, but it still is an option, which, does hint to it returning. So, if you're interested in getting, the green G10, you just want to go ahead and pull it out of the box, have a little something different on you, definitely, click on what you want and put your information down there, and you should get an email whenever that is to come back in stock. But yeah, guys, the beautiful modernized Jungle CQC8. And as you may notice also, this bad boy is in Thunderstorm finish. Beautiful. I am in love with that finish, guys, and I'm in love with this knife. I mean, if you've watched the video on the CQC8 when I did the, the review on it, I had nothing but great things to say about it. I said it would be one of the knives in my collection that if I was dropped off in the woods, or if I had one knife to carry with me for a long period of time out in the wilderness or in a very, strenuous situation, this knife would definitely be one of those knives that would come to my mind to grab, because it is that good. It really is that good. And if you've held a CQC8 or you own one, you definitely know what I'm talking about. It is just a get her done type of knife for any type of situation I can possibly think of. But yeah, guys, I mean, essentially, this is a CQC8. There's nothing crazy special about it other than, of course, like I said, the green G10 and, of course, the Thunderstorm finish. And in that October 2013 release, when Emerson officially coined that variant, the Jungle CQC8, it actually came with the black Cerakote blade. And with the Thunderstorm finish taking place of that black Cerakote, this really is a modernized Jungle CQC8. So I really don't know why Emerson is not keeping that going and just kind of making it, kind of special. And another kind of weird thing I thought is back in the day, whenever they did release this as a Jungle CQC8, there was no blade badging on it. Like, it didn't say Jungle CQC8 on the blade, which I thought was a miss, and from what I my opinion in the end. But anything to make the knife stand out, anything to make it special, for a time era or just in general, I think that really makes it cool. Because I know last Halloween they released the Headless Horseman, which is a mini CQC8 that only really releases during, close to Halloween. And of course, that's a basic mini CQC8 Horseman that has no wave, hint the Headless Horseman. And it's a flipper as well. And last Halloween, they didn't badge it either. I know the Halloween before that, they put Headless Horseman on the badge where you would see, like, Horseman General. in general, but they didn't, and I thought that was a little bit weird. I'm like, hey, this is a special release. Maybe you should pop that on the badge there, guys. But yeah, and it's still a cool knife, and that's actually the next knife that I actually plan to look into getting this Halloween. If hopefully they drop it, and if they do, and hopefully they put the badge on there, they make it special for me. They make it the Headless Horseman. That's what it is, baby. Call it what it is. And hopefully they do that. But yeah. This is a modernized Jungle CQC8. Whether Emerson wants to admit it, coin it that, or say it or not, it is awesome. And let me tell you something, that Thunderstorm finish goes absolutely beautiful with that OD green G10. And this G10 is a good bit different from the black basic G10 that you get on your, your basic, right out of the box. With Emerson, it is a lot more coarse. The G10, the black G10 is a lot more finer. It's still very grippy, don't get me wrong, but this is like more, it's more of like, I know you guys probably can't even see that. Maybe you can. I wish I would have brought another one up here just to show you the difference, but it's just a lot more, instead of like really close together grit, it's kind of spread out, and you can definitely feel it. It's like a lot more rough, it's not really like a sand. It's more of like just a rough material, which is great, because I mean, this is a hard use knife, and it would shine. This G10 would be great at, soaking wet hands, oil, whatever it may be. It would definitely stay right in them paws and ready to work. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, guys, and also, like I said, this is currently out of stock. This knife in general is not out of stock. I believe the CQC8 is available on the website, so you definitely can do that. Just the G10 is not there. But like I said, it should be coming back in. If it's on there and they still give the option of it, I'm sure they will probably definitely put it back on there. And also, I'm not quite sure when they did release it, but they also released back in the day a Jungle Commander, which, had the OD green G10 scales on it, and that's not an option anymore on there for the Commander. And really, to be honest with you, there is no option for the Commander on there anymore, except for, if you've been to the website, they'll you have your Commander, of course, that comes in your basic black G10, but if you keep scrolling down, you'll see they have a whole nother Commander set aside that has tan micarta on it, which I thought was kind of like, if you're going to separate the micarta from the Commander itself in G10, why can't you do it for the green on this and call it the Jungle? Call it the Jungle, CQC8. I just think that's so cool to call it, a different name and kind of give it just a special place in the collection, and just, kind of spices it up a little bit. Yeah, I got that Jungle CQC8 or Commander, whatever it may be. It just kind of is cool to, kind of set it apart. And I don't know, just with the whole badging thing, I really hate that Emerson stopped, dating their knives too. I know that's an old hat that stopped a long time ago. Actually, way before I even started with Emerson in like 2015, 16, in that range, when I fell in love with Emerson's. But yeah, I just really wish they did that. But hey, I'm just over here just going off on a rant about it. But it's a beautiful knife, guys. Beautiful variant of it. And I can't even feel weird saying variant, because I mean, all you're doing is switching out the G10. But if you're wanting to go ahead and get the knife and not have to go through a somebody after the fact, and you just want to go ahead and have something a little different, than the black, they do have that option on there. But and surely it will come back in stock. I don't doubt that for one second. It just looks too damn good. I mean, that is straight sexy. Woo! Ooh, that's sexy. I love it. And I love this knife. Beautiful, beautiful knife. I mean, and of course, my other rendition of this, I had Tom Ingleson put some Digicam scales on there, which is, green as well, but just, adds a little bit of, set it aside a little bit, make it a little special one, one of one. And it's in satin. But whenever I did buy that satin version, I did want the Thunderstorm finish back in the day, and it wasn't in stock. And I said, man, I think they had like 2 satins left. I said, I really want to get my hands on a CQC8, and I'm really, really glad I did. But I've got this knife probably around close to a year ago, a little bit over a year ago. Like I said, I've just been kind of on the fence to even break it out here and review it, because, like I said, I've already reviewed it. It's just, it's got that cool OD green G10 on there. Like I said, it really is cool. And like I said, it's a lot more coarse than your basic black G10 from Emerson. So yeah, it is an awesome knife to and through. You know, if you want to watch that, if you haven't already seen it, like I said, I have a video that's solely toward the CQC8, which this video is as well. It's just kind of toward, you know, mainly this Coors G10 that kind of sets it apart. But yeah, it is cool, guys. This knife would do very well out in the jungle. There's no doubt about that. And I just wish they put the dadgum name on there. Call it the jungle, baby. You know, make me feel like Tarzan in this thing. I'm trying to go out there and get my Rambo on, guys. Come on. But yeah, the Emerson CQC8, still the jungle CQC8, modernized in my opinion. Because I mean, it really is, guys. I mean, like I said, you know, you got the new era of thunderstorm finish, and of course you've got the OD green scales on there, which, you know, I think it does make it that, but whatever. It is beautiful, and it is a beautiful combo to get if you just, you know, like I said, want to get it out of the box and have a little something cool. But regardless of what you do, you can't go wrong with the CQC8. Whether it's just satin with the basic black, you got a heck of a knife. Wonderful knife. But yeah, guys, that about sums it up for this. I just had to get on here and share it with you. I hope you enjoyed. And if you haven't seen that CQC8 video, definitely go to my library and check that out. I got it in there where I absolutely show this knife some true loving, some real good loving, because I do indeed love this knife. It's actually one of my favorite Emersons, and I would love to get my hands on one of those headless horsemen's, you know, a little bit smaller than this, but yeah, it's just a great design, tried and true. And of course, I go more into that in that video, but I just wanted to share this with you guys. I really hope you enjoyed. And this Halloween, I hope you guys go out there, you know, get a couple of pieces of candy from your neighbors, you know what I mean, or something, whatever it may be, whatever tickles your fancy. Get out there if the kids do a little trick-or-treating. But while you're doing all that, while you're out there, you know, and the air is getting a little bit crisp on you, and you smell that, whatever it may be in the air, some firewood burning and all that, please, as always, guys, please, please, please stay